welcome to Movie Couple Live. Happy Wednesday, you guys. So, this is the show where we talk about the latest in movies and pop culture. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And hey, welcome to our live stream. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks to our movie bunch for always hanging out with us every time we stream. And if you're new to this stream, we do live stream, well, we try to, anyways, every Wednesday and Saturday at 2 p.m. PT, which actually reminds me, we have put up a poll about whether or not we should change our time because we're noticing on the YouTube side of analytics that we're also streaming on Twitch as well, by the way, as an aside.
And live it.
And so we asked you guys actually if you would prefer. Oh, okay. If you would prefer like a different time, because I know we have international viewers as well as the YouTube analytics showing us the time where most of our viewers are on YouTube. So kind of taking a look at that. So overwhelmingly a lot more people voted for keeping it the same, which is at 2 p.m. PT to 3 p.m. PT. I assume that
cool.
Since we've been doing it for so long now, that I think they're just kind of used to the schedule. So if they're here, they're here.
And the whole point of us is because we wanted to find a way for everyone to have like the most comfortable time and more people to participate in the conversation, because it's always great to have more people in the chat to be able to talk and have more information and more feedback. But also, if that's the time you guys want, we are happy to oblige to stick with our schedule.
Yes. And hello to Victor Rojas. Thank you so much for joining the stream. First, everybody say hi to Victor.
Woo.
And of course, saying hi to Star Drew. I see Star Drew's comment about my Dodgers hat. So funny story. As you guys know, the Dodgers won last night, which means that they are the World Series champ. Is the last time they were champs, it was like
32 years ago.
1988.
I remember seeing. I wasn't there at the game, but I do remember watching that game with my parents and my family. And yeah, it's been a while since the Dodgers have won. Now the Dodgers have gotten close so many years.
Yeah.
And that was for a while. That was kind of the tease about me with the Dodgers, is that they always got so close. And then they just weren't able to pull out the World Series. But this year they did. So LA gets a little bit more to celebrate. About through 2020, something to celebrate.
A little something to celebrate.
It was actually kind of weird to see all the people going, yay, so many people were actually happy on Twitter and on Facebook.
Watching at home, crying. They're so excited. So I wanted to explain my hat, because you guys know that I don't really watch sports. I prefer to play a sport than just spectating and watching it.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that I played most growing up was probably baseball, because probably that's the only one that my mom deemed is safe for me to play. Because, if you think football, you think like the dog pile and everything. And I was like, yeah, but if I play with, they're not going to dog pile me. Like, it'll be a tag, it'll be flag football. And I tried to explain that to her. She was like, I don't want you doing that. I was like, fine.
I love the fact that Wendy was trying to convince her mom to allow her to play football.
But it was just like a pickup neighborhood game.
I think it would have been so cute to see. We've played football before with some of our friends that we've used to work with and colleagues.
Coworkers.
And
it's
fun. So cute to see Wendy try to run with the football.
But it would be so unfair, because I'm so little. I'm 5'1", that they can just like the taller guys would just pick me up, and then I'm like trying to scramble, trying to get the ball away from me, and then they're taking my flag while I still have the ball in my hand. I was like, this sucks. But the hat, so like I wouldn't completely call myself a Dodger fan, but I like them because they're essentially like home team. So like last night, I believe they played Tampa Bay, which is also home team because of Florida.
Oh yeah.
So it was a little bit like I'm a little torn, but I live in LA. But also I don't have any Tampa Bay gear, but I do have this super cute Dodger Stadium hat. So I've been to the Dodger Stadium a total of one time out of my entire stay so far in LA. And the one thing that I really wanted, because I would call myself a bigger Hello Kitty fan than I am a Dodger fan. And I saw this hat and I was like, I have to have the Hello Kitty Dodger hat. And then my coworker, but you don't even really, I was like, I need a Hello Kitty hat. She's like, okay, well, go get a Hello Kitty hat. So this is the only piece of Dodgers, what is it called? Like paraphernalia, I guess, that I have. So kind of to help celebrate and to congratulate the Dodgers on their win, I decided to wear my cute little Dodger hat. But what I don't condone is the fireworks are okay if you do it with caution. Understand that we're in a horrific fire season
Yes.
in California. So excessive firework into the late hours of the night, to me personally, is a no-no. But like blocking
Our
the
poor
streets and
dog.
firing fireworks in roadways, like public roadways, busy intersection, that's also a no-no for me. So like if you're gonna celebrate like at home, you know, in your on your block,
It was
don't do
really
stupid things.
It was actually really funny and kind of cute. Our next door neighbors are huge Dodger fans. And around the time that we heard the fireworks, we actually hear them going off into their garage and pulling out, and they had their car covered in like Dodger flags.
It was one flag.
I think they put a couple on there.
You know those car window flags that you put up, and it can say like Lakers, Dodgers. It can say whatever team you want, because they have a one probably for every single team that's out there. Yeah, they did that, and they kind of like drove out, probably just kind of like, you know, find places people were like parked and celebrating, and then like I think it was like 15 minutes later they came back and they all had their Dodgers.
It's just all they were doing. They just went around the block, and I'm like, that's so cute to be like, yeah, Dodgers.
That's the way to do it. Do it safely. So anyways.
Oh, and yes. Jack noticed your haircut.
I do have a new haircut. Oh, I can't show you because like I can't show you in its full because now I have hat hair. But yeah, you guys, I finally got a haircut.
I think this is Wendy's first haircut of 2020.
And only haircut of 2020. Now that we're in October, there is definitely no need for another one until 2021. So yeah, but I'm happy that my hair lady, it was all COVID and, you know, masks and all that stuff. I wore 2 masks. Just in case.
Yeah, he had like the mask on.
I had the paper one, and then they had a fabric one to kind of protect it. All right, so I forgot to go into the announcements. So you guys, what we're talking about today, we're talking about first look at Javicia Leslie in her Batwoman costume.
We're also going to be talking about Assassin's Creed live action series in the works.
Oscar Isaac in talks to play Moon Knight, and so much more. And of course, if you haven't been keeping up with our channel, a little bit lighter on the content lately. I've got some stuff that I need to like really sit down and edit, but this week and last week, the scheduling's been a little weird, so my editing schedule's gone a little out of whack, and sometimes also I have a very hard time concentrating on editing, so I just don't get it done. But we do have a trailer reaction for Selena, the series that is coming to Netflix. That's right now up, and then coming up, we have a review for The Witches 2020 and Lovecraft Country, which I think we told you guys about already on Saturday. So that's coming. And before we get into our news flash, I want to shout out our movie bunch Pardee, who let us know this in Discord, that since we were talking about Animaniacs, and we're so excited for Animaniacs to come back, Variety reports that Tiny Toons Adventure reboot is also happening. The series have been ordered at HBO Max and Cartoon Network. So
I loved Tiny Toons.
So this is where I can say elevator go down the hole.
Yeah.
This is where I can say it. Yeah. So this new series, reading directly off of the Variety website, is titled Tiny Toons Looniversity, and this is a half-hour animated show that's going to feature characters from the original series, which, if you remember, aired from 1990 to 1992. God, that feels so long ago. There's a 2-season order, which is so exciting. Steven Spielberg is attached to return as executive producer, so that makes me really happy. And of course, kind of seeing how they've done anime, and I know it's separate, but kind of seeing how they're rebooting and revamping Animaniacs, and the trailer we've seen so far looks legit, just like how the humor, the animation, everything, how we saw it back then. I have a lot of confidence actually in Tiny Toons.
Same here.
Reboot. Yeah.
And the fact that Steven Spielberg, it's obvious that Steven Spielberg's kind of like, you know, I want to go back and revisit these.
Yeah.
I want to do this. This seems almost like a pet project for him that he's been wanting to get into, and actually he'd be like, hey, you know what? I want to make this for a modern day audience, kind of a thing.
Yes.
And get, you know, the nostalgia from the previous era, and see if he can get like a new group of younglings, so to speak, to follow him in his ways of hilarious animation.
Yeah, absolutely. A quick comment from Scott V writes, Wendy, weren't you involved with Collider and that George Lucas impersonator? Yes, it was the deep fake. Sorry, I had to think of the name. I was in at least one of them, like on camera, at least for one of them. No, two, because there was one where we did the all-out office fight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So fun. And then I did one with and then that's the one you're talking about. It's the one where I'm like in the desert. And that was a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for spotting me. That's awesome.
And it's kind of hard to recognize Wendy in a deep fake.
But I'm me.
Oh, you're you?
I'm just me.
I thought you did one where you were.
So you're telling me you haven't watched it?
Well, I thought you were the deep fake one that, okay, I'm just going to dig myself into a bigger hole no matter what I do. So we'll just say, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. So yeah, super excited about Toonie Tunes.
Toonie Tunes.
So excited about Toonie Tunes. Yeah, super excited about that. I
can't wait to see a trailer for that.
I'm just happy that there's more, older animation, but the older animated properties coming back.
Yeah.
Our dog is Navi. Are you okay?
Oh my goodness. So she was like, came up to me and I was like, no, I can't pet you. I'm in the middle of a live stream.
Oh, so
and she kind of like, she goes away and pouts. And now she's giving the whole, I'm over here.
She's very dramatic. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think she's pouting.
Great.
But
she does that a lot.
We've also haven't been allowing her to come up on the couch because since the fires have gotten so bad, there's ash all over the place.
Yeah.
And her paws are starting. We've been like washing her.
Yeah.
But still, it's not enough.
I'll see if we can bring her. Navi,
I can get her.
Yeah.
Navi, come here.
Oh, she comes right to daddy.
Come here, Navi. Up. Can you come up? Nope. Okay.
No, it's too small of a jump space.
Close up. Watch out. There we go. There we go.
So you guys her pawsies.
She's got like her paws are like so dark and black.
And this is after wiping it down.
Mm-hmm. We wipe them down after every single walk. Yeah. And you are still dirty. You are still dirty. So dirty.
Bill, watching all the way from Greece. That's so cool.
Welcome to the live stream.
Welcome. Showing off our dog Navi, who was pouting, and now are you better?
It's like,
are you better?
Yes, I'm getting the belly rub.
Yeah. Look at that face. Look at that face. All right. So also a part of our news flash, and we want to thank again Party for letting us know about the Tiny Toons reboot that is coming to HBO Max. Super excited. We also wanted to talk about Lakeith Stanfield to play Yasuko. So I have a graphic here. I want to go ahead and put that up for you guys so you can see. So this is animated that is coming to Netflix. And this is set in war-torn feudal Japan with mechs and magic. Right up our alley.
Amazing.
So Yasuko follows the warrior as he struggles to maintain a peaceful living after a lifetime of violence. He is thrown back into battle when a local village becomes the epicenter of warring, I think, daimyo. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. And he's tasked with transporting a mysterious child who's targeted by dark forces. The series holds from director, creator, executive producer LaShawn Thomas with character design from Takeshi Koike. Sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. And animation production will come from MAPPA, which worked on Attack on Titan, the final season. So just a little bit more about... Oh, I got to put our banner back up. Just a little bit more. Oh, that's not it. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. There we go. So just to let you know a little bit more about Yasuko, he was a retainer of African origin who served under the Sengoku period Japanese daimyo.
I would probably butcher it more than anyone else.
Oda Nobunaga. So in 1579, Yasuko arrived in Japan in service of Italy Jesuit
Italian
missionary Alessandro Valignano. And sorry, I'm butchering all the names because I didn't pre-read this. Sure. And visitor of missions of Indies in India. So Yasuko was preset during the Honoji incident, the forced suicide of Oda Obunaga, sorry, saying that backwards, Obunaga, at the hands of his samurai general. Whoa. Okay, so I guess this is what the series will probably depict and maybe ending on
Yeah.
the forced suicide, or that could be if they do multiple seasons. If this is not just like a one-off and this is a series, which I believe this is a series, that's where it's going to lead us up to. So that's actually pretty interesting. I like that quite a lot.
And this actually, I'm very excited about this because it kind of gives me a little bit of like Logan vibes.
Yeah.
But yet with magic and samurais. And I'm just like, this sounds amazing. Especially that we know that we're having some great animators in there.
Yeah.
And that we have just this great story. And the fact that it has a little bit of historical base, but then they're going to bring a little bit of fantasy into it. So I'm just excited to see this because the premise sounds awesome. The time period and the storyline sounds amazing. So I'm really excited to see what they deliver on the. Now, it's going to be more of like an anime style, right?
It looks like it. Like we can go right back to the concept art and just take a quick look. But if we kind of look at that, I think it's I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it looks really. It's giving me just a slight stylization of what we saw in maybe Legend of Korra, just a slight touch.
A little bit,
not
not
a lot. I would say a more anime inspired than even though that is also anime inspired. So yeah, I just wanted to shout out this little piece of news. And one of you, and I can't remember who it was.
You said it in the chat?
Yeah, I want to say it was. Here we go. Justin wrote this. So Yasuko was a real African samurai in Japan. Chadwick Boseman would have played a live action realistic version of him.
I heard that too, that Chadwick Boseman was supposed to play a live action version of him.
Oh, and we still have to watch the trailer for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. We haven't watched it with Viola Davis, and that's Chadwick's last performance.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we need to watch that.
That is definitely something that's on the old watch list.
Yes, super excited. This is gonna be I think this is definitely one to keep our eyes on for sure. And let's go ahead and move on to our main topic. And our first topic today is the first look at Javicia Leslie in her Batwoman costume, which I think looks, it looks so good. So this image was released by the CW, and it shows the Batwoman suit redesigned based around Ryan Wilder, who will be played by Javicia Leslie. And this is the first original design for the new Batwoman costume as Leslie takes over as the titular hero. And talking about the costume, Leslie said, "I love the fact that Ryan is becoming her own Batwoman. I have things that I can't read. There we go. It's her style, her swag, her moment. I felt it was important that viewers could tell by this silhouette that Batwoman was a black girl. With the form-fitting suit and beautiful afro, we definitely nailed it." And here are some of the new differences between this suit and the one worn by Ruby Rose. So obviously the biggest difference is the hair. Ruby Rose wore the straight, sometimes they waved it a little bit of curls in there, but like long wavy curls, all red hair. And obviously in this one we have black curly hair with a bit of red streak, which I really like a lot. We have red gauntlets and a new belt with the Bat logo. So Dustin, what do you think of this new suit?
I think it looks great. I love what they did with the hair, but the thing that I love that stands out the most are those gauntlets and those the red right around here that have this the like the bat wings on them coming out,
and I'm back up again.
And I just think it looks really cool, and especially what they did on her knuckles, kind of a thing. So I love the design. It looks intense, and I love the hint of red, that it's not the fact that it's like a full red cape or a full black cape, that it's actually
like a little gradient.
Where it like starts off red at the bottom and kind of fades into black. I think that looks really cool. Everything with this looks amazing.
Yeah, and it definitely it's got my interest for the series for sure. And I do like that they created a whole new suit, because they're not trying to erase Ruby Rose's character, and they said that multiple times. So if you have Ryan Wilder kind of wear her own, then she doesn't have her own identity as this new Batwoman. So you're just kind of like passing on the torch, which it kind of already is in the job itself. But I like that the two women have their own versions of their suits. So like if ever down the line, this is just like super fan theory and super just curious, if we ever have, you know, a cameo again.
I think that would be cool, and it's completely possible.
Or, you know, multiverse sort of a deal. Yeah.
To where you will have multiple Batwomen, which I think is awesome. I mean, honestly, and that's the way they have set this up, to where that since they're not like killing off Ruby Rose's character, it's just the fact that it's, you know, she's still out there. Right. So she's kind of like just simply said, hey, you guys, you know, this is a little rough. The actress just said, you know, a little rough for me. So, which is perfectly understandable. So there is a way that you say, hey, you know, you want to make a cameo, and then we can kind of deal with like maybe like a little story arc of your character to kind of wrap it up and put a nice little bow on it.
Exactly. And hey, a little comment from Joel. Ryan Welder has been added into one of the Batgirls comics before Batwoman season 2 came out. Whoa! Ooh. So like established in the comics as well now. Good to know. Yeah, love the new look. Excited to see the series. Jack says, so wait, is Alice coming back? I believe they said so at the DC fandom. Don't I remember hearing that?
I think they said, yeah.
I think I remember hearing that. So if you're a fan of Alice, you most likely will have.
But of course, we don't know 100% for sure until they actually do it, kind of thing. It's like, don't pack your bags until you have the ticket in your hand, kind of thing.
Well, speaking of not knowing for sure until it is confirmed, we are hearing that Oscar Isaac is in talk to play Moon Knight. That's very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. And if you're looking at this and you're like, hey, that's not the right Moon Knight costume on the right. No, it's not his Moon Knight costume. That is Oscar Isaac in his costume for Dune. I just really happened to like the photo, so I wanted to use it for the photo comparison.
Well, it's not only that, but it looks like a modern Moon Knight costume. I mean,
so why not?
It really does kind of fit perfectly to where you're like, oh, I could see that. Yeah. I can see that working.
Yeah. So according to Deadline, it looks like Oscar Isaac is in talks to play Moon Knight in the upcoming Marvel/Disney Plus series. Deadline also reports that Mohamed Diab has been tapped to direct. Moon Knight, aka Mark Spector, is a mercenary who has numerous alter egos in order to better fight the criminal underworld, and later establish as being a conduit for the Egyptian moon god. And so what is your thought, Dustin, on Oscar Isaac possibly playing Moon Knight?
Disney's doing this right. You know, I mean, Oscar Isaac is an amazing actor, and you're going to need someone with some really, really good acting chops to be able to pull off multiple characters. There are a lot of actors out there who have been able to pull it off. Some actors who haven't been able to quite pull it off. But it is a very difficult task. But Oscar Isaac, I think, is definitely up to the challenge.
I think so too. I think it was on like maybe 4 or 5 episodes ago when I was a guest on Maud and Trisha's Power Up show. They're like, who would you cast as so-and-so? And I think every single one of my answers revolved around Oscar Isaac, because I love his performance. If you watch him in all the multiple various things, the character doesn't repeat itself. Like he doesn't borrow from this other character that he's portrayed before. They're all different. Like Poe is so different from I can't remember his character's name, but in Ex Machina. Like he's so good in that. So I think if he were to accept, I would feel very confident about the series. And I see that Disney likes to keep their actors that they've worked with within the family. So they're just going to pluck him from Star Wars and put him into Marvel. Similarly, kind of like what they did with Kelly Marie Tran, and they're going to pluck her from Star Wars. Like, oh, you're not done. We're going to make you a Disney princess, and you get to voice Raya in the Last
like
Dragon.
A good deal to me. Going from Star Wars to Marvel to Disney princess, that's the way to go.
And funny from Movie Bunch, Debbie, who writes, "Can we now officially erase Isaac's role in Age of Apocalypse?" I literally forgot that he was in that. I literally forgot that was him.
Even though the thing is, you don't see, I mean, even in that role, you don't see any of Oscar Isaac. Those are the signs of a really good actor. Or like someone's like, hey, do an impersonation of this person. And you're like, you can't. Because there's no one stereotype of that role. Of that actor. Yeah, and he's a very cool looking guy, I have to admit.
He's just so cool, and I think he's very transformative as well, which is what I like seeing actors do. It's not easy So this is exciting. So if this all were to get confirmed, like, a week, a month from now, I would be super, super happy. So kind of looking at the upcoming series for, Marvel Disney Plus series, like we have She-Hulk, which may or
Mm-hmm.
may not be Tatiana Maslany, because we don't know, because it was reported and then she squashed it in an interview, and we're just like, maybe she is, maybe she's not. We have Moon Knight, some more information coming out about that. WandaVision is shaping up to look really, really, really awesome. So I just can't wait.
Well, and what's also really good about now all of the Marvel properties being underneath the Disney or Disney Plus uh, flagpole kind of thing. It's tentpole. That's what I was
Umbrella.
Thinking. Umbrella.
I can give you all of it.
So many analogies to go with this is the fact that now there's a better chance of being able to have Moon Knight in a series,
yes,
and then be able to bring him into a movie.
Yes.
So, I mean, this is just win-win all around. And since they already have an amazing actor signed up for it, I'm pretty sure they've put in his contract, hey, we're going to do a series, but we're going to leave a little bit of a blank spot right here.
Yes.
So that if we want to do movies, we can actually bring you in on it, kind of a thing. So
yeah,
I'm super excited about it. And Flagship.
Flagship.
Thank you, Vanja.
Vanja coming in hot with Flagship. All right, and we're going to go ahead, and it's a very short show today, guys. Not a lot of news out there, so we can just chit chat afterwards. We'll have a little bit of a casual chat for the remainder of the show. But let's talk Assassin's Creed live action in development at Netflix. And I have just this kind of basic graphic to put up, but it definitely screams Assassin's Creed. So it's funny that you and I actually mentioned Assassin's Creed on last Saturday's stream while we were talking about Tom Holland's portrayal of young Nathan Drake.
Yes.
And I said Nathan Drake this time and not Fillion. That was pretty good. And video game movies. So we kind of sort of mentioned Assassin's Creed, and we thought that it would have probably been better off as a series. And what do you know? Variety comes in, reports that a live action series is currently in development at Netflix. The deal between Netflix and Ubisoft will include not only live action but animated and anime series.
Oh, a combination of both.
Combination, yeah. So we're getting
like that.
more than just. It's going to be kind of like, it reminds me of a little bit of well, we'll talk about it after I read all this. So Ubisoft Film and Television chairperson Jason Altman says, for more than 10 years, millions of fans around the world have helped shape the Assassin's Creed brand into an iconic franchise. We're thrilled to create an Assassin's Creed series with Netflix, and we look forward to developing the next saga in the Assassin's Creed universe. So what do we think about this live action series? Where do you think they are going to start at? Should they start at the first game? Should they create their own individual, not following the video game storyline, but just follow the core of it? What do you think? This is where it can get a little tricky.
Not just a little tricky, but also a little, a very, very, it can get very sloppy. Because if you're starting to be like, okay, let's do this, but now we're going to do this. But then when you have to it's hard to, what I think they really should do is try to take the story that the game has.
Yeah.
And then adapt it. You're going to have to try. And because I don't think they did it very well with Witcher. I think the first season of Witcher, even though there was a lot of cool stuff in there, it was a little difficult to follow. And I really wish they would have made it a little bit more clear that the time periods between the three different storylines were three different things, or three different timelines that were going on. And that's going to be another really difficult and tricky task to be able to pull off with Assassin's Creed, because you're pretty much going to have the same thing, but that's a part of the main storyline, is this difference in time travel.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough. And I think what you have to do is you just have to get some really good writers in there who can know how to break this down, know the important parts. But then once again, you also now have all of this time, all of these hours of a series to be able to break it down, which is going to be 100 times easier than trying to cram all of that into a 2-hour movie.
Yes, exactly.
And I think doing it animation and live action is also going to give it another tricky, I mean, how do you juggle that? I think they really should pick either one or the other.
Yeah.
And either way, I think I would be excited to see it.
Yeah.
Even if they're like, no, we're going to do it all animation, or no, we're going to see it all live action. Either way, I'm just excited for them to actually bring a Netflix series based on a video game to life.
This is because I think Assassin's Creed, there are so many games now, and it's very, very immersive. There's a lot of like just source material, if you will, that if you try to do another movie now, even if you just base it on just one singular game, it won't work, I don't think, because I feel like there's just so much. But a series can work, and then if they do kind of one storyline in a live action for season 1, season 2 they can go to another timeline or storyline, and then they do the same with animation and anime style. This kind of gives me a very broad way of like similar to Animatrix.
Yes.
Yeah, where you get to explore all of that, but it would be probably an hour long each, because I can't imagine doing an Assassin's Creed live action series at just half hour. Like I can't see it.
Yeah, you kind of have to give it that 45 minutes to an hour episode time span, because there's right now there's so much material. And and they will have to sit down and plan, okay, this is all the stuff that we have for Assassin's Creed, from pirates to Vikings to the list is endless on what time period you can go to. And I think it would be too difficult if they had season 1 and they had multiple timelines that they were going through. I think maybe for the first season they focus on a specific timeline, a specific mission, and try to just get the bare bones of what Assassin's Creed is. Then when you start getting into the season 2, that's when you can start elaborating. That's when you can start bringing in more of these different timelines, and maybe even jumping timelines, going from one time area to another. And I think that would be a good way of doing it, but I'm pretty sure they're spending some pretty good money on this.
Oh yeah, imagine not just the costume, but the stunt coordination,
parkour.
The sets, a lot of parkour, so a lot of stunt eye candy that's about to come up in this. Costuming, weapons, everything. It's going a lot of people involved, both on camera, I think, and behind camera.
And this is another problem that you do have when you do it as a series, is that you don't have the big budget. So when it comes to these stunts, when it comes to these action sequences, when it comes to these amazing special effects that you're probably really gonna have to need in order to get this to the level of Assassin's Creed that the fans and your common everyday show watcher is going to see, it's gonna be really difficult, and you're gonna have to find a way to get the best stunts and the best special effects that you can for a small price. Maybe they can even put something together like they have with the Void or the Volume. What is I forget
I think it's called the Volume.
That they filmed The Mandalorian.
I think it's called the Volume. So, but it's gonna look really cool, and if they can try to get as close to the game as possible, it'd be great. And if season 1 is like, because we saw what happened with Witcher. Obviously based on, I don't remember if it's based on more of the game or the book.
I think they did a little bit. They took inspiration from everything. So, because I'm not well versed in all that is.
You should
Witcher.
keep playing Witcher. You're playing right now.
I got into it, and then other things popped up. But yeah, I need to get back into playing Witcher, because it was I'm like, these are the games that I love: the open world, pick your adventure, do jobs, find stuff. Get cool materials.
Like Fable? You like Fable a lot?
I loved Fable. Fable was one of my favorite games. One of the few games that I played from beginning to end and tried to get 100% on everything. Tried to find all of the little hidden treasure chests, and also The Reckoning. Kingdom of Amalur is another game that I played to no end. So yeah, and Witcher is definitely in that wheelhouse. So I think Assassin's Creed is going to run into the same difficulties that Witcher ran into, because you're going to have this fantasy like world, you're going to have lots of action, and you're also going to have a lot of confusion going on with different timelines and time eras.
Yes.
So you're going to have to try to keep that simple and keep it so it's not, so your basic fan isn't going, wait, what? What's going, hey, what happened?
Hey, what happened?
Oh, hi, Mark.
You know what? Nice doggy.
Nice doggy.
So I was thinking, as you were kind of talking about choose your own adventure in open world, how soon until we get a Bender Snatch like episode of maybe just one, or maybe like a one-off for something like a Fable.
Yeah.
Like, you know, fantasy or sci-fi based on a Fable or Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
You choose your own outcome as you watch, and then your character can either, you know, lean towards all good or all bad, or remain neutral. Like, I think that would be later down the line, because I thought I found the way that they did Bandersnatch really, really interesting.
It was very trippy.
Reminds me of those books, like those Goosebump books that we had.
Yes.
And you could like
I choose your own adventures,
and then you flip to the page and you read on. I remember having to see that. Yeah. Let's see. There was a question all the way back up here. Oh boy, I should have just highlighted and kept it. Oh boy.
It's one of those things that when the chat goes by, you're like, oh, that's a good point, but I'm in the middle of a thought. And then you're like, wait, no, what was my thought? Hold on, let me see if I can find it back in the chat.
All right, this question is from Joel, who writes, hey, just a random question. Are you guys considering doing a reaction/review of each WandaVision episode? Yes, we would like to do not a reaction, but a review. So I love watching reactions of people doing, like, you know, like Late to the Party does a lot of, you know, watch along / reactions.
Mm-hmm.
But they're and they're so much fun, but they're a butt to edit. Hi Navi. And so as much as I want to, I just worry about the workload. Like if I were to do a reaction for, let's just say, WandaVision, it wouldn't be the entirety of the episode, just because I don't think anybody will want to watch an hour of me just watching at the TV and only maybe reacting to certain moments, and that's not even a guarantee that I would react to that moment.
Yeah, and there's also the problem with watching an entire episode of someone's watching a show is that there's gonna be those gaps of us just sitting there going, oh, what's going on?
Yeah. So we may or may not, I have to kind of think about it, because if I do that, then I'm gonna have to take something else off of my plate and do less of that, so I would actually have time to do it. So TBD on that. A review for sure.
Yes, we're definitely going to be doing a review of each episode of WandaVision, and probably also Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Falcon, basically, for whatever. Oh, definitely The Mandalorian.
Oh, definitely.
Which is this Friday. Not the review. The review will go up the next day, but definitely going to be watching The Mandalorian. So excited. And then Jack also had a quick question. I just have to find it. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Trying to search through the chat.
Okay, here it is. Will you guys be doing a watch along on Halloween? I'd like to. We probably do it on Twitch just so we can stream. We wouldn't stream, so we would tell you if you're watching with us. We would tell you what time we would stream, obviously. We would tell you what movie we're watching so you can watch along with us. But we wouldn't play the movie at all. Because that's like a big copyright infringement, so that's a no-go. But you are more than welcome to start at the same time we do, and you can kind of watch along with us, and we'll be in the chatting with you and things like that. So, you know, we can make some popcorn. There may be an opportunity coming up on this Friday for an older film that we can't talk about yet. There may be an opportunity for that, so keep an eye out on our social media, or on my social media, which is just right. Oh gosh, I gotta find it, which is just right here. Just it's not even technically it, but
you're
yeah,
right.
I mean, if you just search The Movie Couple, Twitter, Instagram will pop up. I'll put it on our community tab, and most likely we'll just do it on Twitch.
And you can also check us out and have a discussion on our Discord.
Yeah, which I will actually drop the link right now to our Discord if you would like to join us and the rest of our movie bunch. such fun interaction, such fun,
great discussions.
Always a good time. Invite people, copy, and I'm gonna post that in the chat right now. And this link does expire like after a day, so grab it now if you want to come and hang out with us on Discord. Yeah. So let's see. Is there anything else we wanna talk? Okay. So this is super random. Oh no, I'm gonna say the name wrong. Dux Raster. Sorry for saying your name wrong, but hey, welcome to our Discord.
Woo!
Funny thing, and I didn't add this to our notes because it's not technically like pop. Well, I guess Trader Joe's news could be pop culture news if you're really into Trader Joe's. But Pop Sugar actually put up this new list of like, and I think the headline got me because the headline said, "How much Trader Joe's is Trader Joe's?" And I was like, well.
Wouldn't all of Trader Joe's be Trader Joe's?
I like Trader Joe's. We haven't been to Trader Joe's for a while, but there's some Trader Joe's staples that I actually constantly buy all the time. Their frozen hash browns are excellent.
No, yeah.
They're so good.
We get the pot stickers.
The pork pot stickers.
Pork pot stickers. Excellent. The chicken fried rice.
Chicken fried rice, even though we haven't gotten it because I've been mastering fried rice. If you guys watched my Twitch yesterday, I did a little cooking one. And thank you for everybody who joined me there. And let's see, what else do we usually get? Why is my mind drawing a blank?
On what we get at Trader
Joe's. No, like our staples.
Well, there's a lot of. I mean, what is it? You also saw what is it? Someone that did the fourth, like some of the things that like the review on what is that called? On TikTok.
Oh, right. But I'm trying to think of like some of the staple things that we get from Trader Joe's is what I was asking.
Well, also, what are some of the staples that you guys get?
You don't remember. You're not answering my question.
I'm delaying the answer until my brain has a couple seconds to kick back into Trader Joe's mode.
Let's see.
But I also get like their lemonade iced tea that they get. Their Arnold Palmer, that's really good.
Their sweet tea is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. We also get like they always have like salmon, frozen salmon there that we get. We have like our basic recipes that we always make.
Oh, it's like, Pay. Hi, Pay. Pay just joined my brother.
Oh, cool.
Joined us. Not really my brother, just brother from another brother. like how Kenzo Lee is also my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. What time do you stream on Twitch, says Jack? It really depends. I don't have a steady schedule. We stream, aside from streaming on the Movie Couple Twitch channel.
Squirmy, Navi.
So put her down.
You're getting squirmy, so I'm going to put you down, okay? I'm going to put you down.
She's going to go pout again.
Probably.
Oh. Okay, bye.
Bye, Navi. Go lay down. But yeah.
So Twitch, we have 3 different Twitch channels because we have one as the Movie Couple. So it's just twitch.tv/the Movie Couple. I have my own, which is my name, twitch.tv/Wendy Lee Zaney, and Dustin has his own.
Yep, and that's Darth Zaney.
Twitch.tv/Darth Zaney.
Yes, well, at least I think that's what it is. I haven't done any streaming on it yet. I'm honestly
didn't you?
I deleted it because it was me just testing it out and see if I can get it to work. Because I was thinking of doing some Hearthstone. Streaming some playing some Hearthstone, but the thing is though, honestly, I'm a little nervous about doing streaming by myself. If I'm streaming with Wendy or we're playing games together, I feel a lot more comfortable. I don't know if I can carry a stream. I don't find myself that entertaining to listen to.
Well, you don't know that. What if other people find you entertaining?
Well, no. I'm not saying that they won't be supportive because you guys are awesome and great. But I just haven't gotten up the nerve to actually start doing it. And honestly, what I just need to do is sit down and rip off the Band-Aid and just start playing, because one of the games that just recently came out that I am dying to play is some Baldur's Gate 3. The way that game is structured, the way that it looks like exactly what I want in a game. The fact that it has a little bit of D&D turn-based fight, and also the way that you have to move through the map. And I've watched your friend play a little bit, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so my game. The only thing is it costs $70.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God. And I don't even know if my computer would be able to handle that kind of game.
I think it can.
While streaming.
Oh.
So I know like Hearthstone, my computer's able to handle, but Baldur's Gate 3 is a little bit more high tech.
Pei is suggesting Ghost of Tsushima. That's a great game to stream. It's very beautiful also to look at. And kind of going back to streaming schedule, I would say on the Movie Couple Twitch channel, we stream definitely every Wednesday and Saturday simultaneously with YouTube. So if you're watching us here, you can also watch us on Twitch. It's whatever you'd like. For my personal channel, it's really honestly whenever. I didn't make a schedule specifically because for me, like playing games and going to hang out with you guys on the stream is kind of a treat for me. So I don't make a schedule because then it feels like work, and I don't want it to be like work.
Yeah, you want to be able to go onto the stream and just have fun. And that's how you get more and more people involved, is if you're having fun, then it's usually fun to watch you. And yeah, and that's, that's one thing, I'm just not confident enough in, am I fun to watch by myself?
You gotta try it.
Just dive on in.
Dustin did just buy us a new game for the Nintendo Switch that we will, once we get it, we will start streaming, because there is a co-op mode for the story mode, and it's Luigi Mansion 3, which you love the first one.
I love the one that came out on the 3DS.
Yeah.
I beat that game. That's one of the games that I did complete. And it's a fun game. I really like the puzzles. I really like the controls on it. And I just love the theme of it.
Yeah.
So it was one of those games that's just fun to go around and start vacuuming all the corners and try to find all of the hidden coins and all of the hidden items.
Yeah. So we just ordered that. So we will be checking it out. And then Adam says, I do occasionally get go to show up on Wendy's stream because I get notified. And also Justin J. Wood, who's also been super helpful when it comes to helping me with Twitch stuff, because I just am not tech savvy enough to understand all of it. He's been helping me set up a lot. So he usually will come and be like, hey guys, he'll come on Discord and say, hey guys, Wendy's streaming. So, and whenever Dustin streams, I guess we should put it up on our Twitter or our community tab or something like that. Yeah. Just so you guys.
Anytime that we stream, we should post it probably like on the Discord as well.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Anything else you wanna? What movies are we going to watch on Halloween? So Halloween is
actually this
Saturday. So we'll definitely be streaming on Saturday. It's this Saturday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. Time flies when you're locked in quarantine.
So we will definitely be streaming. We'll probably wear a costume.
Oh yeah, we can watch something while we're doing a costume.
No. I mean, while we're streaming.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
That's what I meant.
Okay. And as far as movies to watch, I kind of want to watch The Craft, but I feel like before we do that, you should watch the original, The Craft.
Yes, I need to go back and watch that, because I never saw that one. It wasn't quite in my wheelhouse of movies that I would want to watch when I was younger. But now I'm kind of like, this looks really interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, we have a super chat from Black Bono. Thank you so much. Dustin, if you did, I would watch, but this is me. Your personality reminds me of Jim Carrey. Very funny and insightful.
Why, thank you.
Yay, that's nice. That's so nice.
Thank you very much. You know what? Maybe I'll sit down and I'll play some what calls it today. I'll try streaming some Hearthstone.
Okay, we'll
see.
Yeah,
I used to be really into Magic the Gathering, and Hearthstone is a nice adaptation of Magic the Gathering. So
that sounds like fun. Yeah. And other game suggestions, Blade GTR has a great one. One of my favorite old couch co-op games was Zombie Ate My Neighbors for SNES and Contra for the NES. Contra. I think everybody knows Contra. Yeah. I've never heard of Zombies Ate My Neighbors, though. That sounds funny.
Now I'm like, okay, what is that one? I'm going over here and I'm like, okay, hold on a second. Let me see, bring this up and go.
Doing a quick Adam's choice while Dustin looks that up. Favorite horror/Halloween style games like Ghostbusters, The Game, Luigi Mansion, or Dead Space, or BioShock. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, this is a really old. Yeah, this is an older game, and I'm just like, it looks like I remember the box too.
I don't remember.
But I don't think I ever played it.
That looks like fun.
That looks like a lot of fun.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That's funny. So Adam's choice question for everybody in the chat or watching afterwards as well. Favorite horror/Halloween style games like Ghostbusters, The Game, Luigi's Mansion, or Dead Space, or BioShock.
I would have to go. My favorite kind of Halloween game would definitely be Luigi's Mansion.
It's a good one.
I've played that one a lot. I spent a lot of hours in that game. Lots of fun. Let me think. Another one. I know there was a couple different Ghostbuster games.
Yeah.
That were out that I played a lot, especially the old. There was one for Atari that came out, so that's like super old.
I would say for me, I never even finished it because it scared me so much, but I liked it. I just didn't have the courage to finish it. That's Dead Space.
Oh yeah, I tried Dead Space. Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Was also a really good scary.
Resident Evil was like a classic. Classic.
I think out of all of them though, it was one of my favorites. One of the ones that I played the most was Resident Evil 2 when you're in Raccoon City.
Yeah.
And there's this one time that I've always talked about to where you go by this one hallway. I believe it's in the what is it called? The police station. And you can walk by this hallway 100 times and there's this one boarded up window. And after you do one thing, then it's when you walk by the hallway again, the arms will bust through the window. And it just freaked me out the first time it happened. And it's like, I've walked by here 100 times. How come you're doing this now?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely. So lots of really fun ones. I want to see what other people are saying as well. Ben says Dead Space was the first game to give me a jump scare. It was like one jump scare too many. I'm like, you know what? I'm done, because you have to control. So it's not like you're watching the movie where you're not making the choice. The character on the screen is making that choice for you. So you're just along for the journey. I think with horror games, and this is kind of where it gets me, and I don't play too many of them, it's because you have to make the decision to go around that corner to deal with whatever jump scare is behind it. I don't know. It's just like there's no separation. It feels very obviously first person. So I sometimes I just can't. Jonathan says all the Resident Evil games and Call of Duty World War II Zombie. And then Adam says I highly recommend playing BioShock. If not, just play BioShock Infinite for one of the greatest and mind-bending stories in any video game. There was also a really fun game. This is a way throwback. On GameCube, where it's like you have a certain amount of time to finish this task to get to the end of this whatever mission you're doing. And as time goes on, you go more and more and more insane, and the game starts messing with you. Like it'll put up the symbol of like TV volume, and it would look like it's being pushed all the way up or all the way down, and you think you're doing it. You're like, well, where's
that's
and
freaky.
One of them actually got me where I was like, I don't even have the remote, and it was at night, or I turned it off. I was like, I can't deal with it. I literally felt like either the room I was in was haunted, or I'm literally going insane. So I actually had to stop. I can't remember the name though. I can't remember the name of it.
And it's where, all of these games that have come out through, so many years. And it's just, I love to see how they've evolved over time. But there's also not just video games. There's a lot of really fun, like horror movie board games.
Yeah.
That we play a lot. We play a lot of, what is it, that zombies board game.
For
board games, you get those little individual tiles that are really fun.
And you build them.
You build your own little city, trying to find the helipad.
I'm gonna try to find that GameCube game.
Which GameCube? Oh,
the one that I just talked about.
Oh, do you remember? I mean, oh man, I don't. We had GameCube, but I was more at the time. I was still.
Oh, Eternal Darkness is what it's called.
Oh,
Eternal Darkness. So this is a psychological horror action adventure video game developed by Silicon Knights, published by Nintendo, and where is the? So it's conducted from a third-person perspective. So the gameplay operates similar to Res Evil, fighting monsters and solving puzzles to further explore the location. It maintains a notable difference in gameplay style. I'm just reading this off of Wikipedia. I want to find like the actual,
like some actual game, like screenshots.
Not screenshots, because I can't put them up on the thing fast enough. Here, the story. All right, the plot. All right, it takes place over 4 principal locations, which the game skips back and forth. They include an underground temple complex called the Forbidden City, a temple in Angkor Thom, or Cambodia. There's one in France and in Rhode Island, and it still doesn't really tell me. But anyways, it messes with you. So the longer time you spend the longer time it takes for you to get to, you know, the end of your mission, the more insane and crazy it seems like you're falling into, and it's actually a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. So if any of you still have existing what is it called? Existing GameCubes, then and you have I had that game for a while. Like it was sitting in my trunk for a while until I finally sold it back.
Oh yeah, that's where I remember always seeing that cover.
Yeah.
Is that it was always in the back of your the trunk of your car.
Yes. You got something on your phone there?
Oh no, I just kept on seeing that someone was posting something about The Rock.
What happened to The Rock?
When he was working out, something fell on his face and he hurt his face.
Oh, ooh, so, that's a nice goose egg there.
Yeah, so he's got like now he's got like a little scar on his face, kind of
stitches.
Mm-hmm. So hold on a second. Let me. So yeah.
Oof. Okay, trigger warning. There is blood. Okay.
There is blood, and it doesn't look like it's that bad. It
Maybe
looks like
let's not show it. Maybe let's not show it, just in case YouTube is weird about that.
Okay.
But you guys can Google it.
Yeah, just look up The Rock hurt his face.
Oh, I wonder if he dropped something like a weight or something like on his head and just wasn't paying attention or slipped.
It looks like it. He's in the background. It looks like he has the gym going, like the gym in the background.
Ouch.
And you know what? That kind of happens, you know, when you're working out. I mean, when
Yeah.
you work out as much as The Rock, sooner or later you're going to have lifting something and like you didn't quite tighten one of the weight holders in there enough and it like hits your face.
Work with the weights to understand, but hopefully gets better soon. I heard it looks like he had to get stitches, so hopefully he heals, but it doesn't look
so he can be ready for Black Adam.
Can't hurt the movie star face.
No, even though that's if he does have like a little bit of a scar on his face afterwards,
it would make him look
pretty badass for even though he already looks pretty badass.
I was gonna say. Yeah. Hey, we have a super chat from Lamont Smalls. Lamont, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, dude.
Congrats, LA. Woo! Mets and Rangers are next. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, just don't celebrate in the streets and block traffic. That's all. That's all I think.
Or shoot off fireworks when there is a lot of brush nearby.
Yes. Oh, Dustin, your thing doesn't work for Twitch. Are you sure yours is Darth Zany?
It's Darth Zany, but there's no S, so it's DARTH.
Oh, I wrote it down. Okay, I'm gonna. So Twitch.
It was when I was trying to think of different names, and I was kind of like, Darth.
So Zany. It's just zany like crazy. Like
yes, that? And I thought that was that
like
kind of yes,
okay,
or at least I think so. Here actually I have it up on my phone, trying to get all these different things.
Okay, so the link that I just dropped for Dustin's Twitch channel is now in the comments or in the chat. And there it is.
Okay, I also want to get some of your guys' professional opinions on this. When creating unique kind of Twitch names, YouTube handles, even though my last name is SZANY,
we just don't say the S.
Yeah, the S is silent.
People always say like Wendy Lee Zany. I'm like, it's just Zany.
Yeah.
Or you can just drop the Zany and just call me Wendy Lee. I never actually legally changed my name, so.
Mm-hmm. But it's also one of those things that I'm kind of like, yeah, would anyone get the joke if I'm like Darth Zany or Darth's Zany? So I was like, so I had it with the S in there for a while. Heck, when my great grandfather came over from Hungary, I think it was SZANYI. So awesome.
Nice.
New follower. And so I didn't know which one to go with. And I set this up probably over a year ago.
Yeah.
I just never really done anything with it. I just used the account to actually watch Twitch stuff. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know. Can you change it back? Or I think you're allowed to change it like once.
Oh, well, I mean, do you want to change it?
No, well, as of right now, I have no attachment one way or the other. Kind of a thing. So that's why I'm asking for your guys' professional opinion. And maybe after a while, I'll find out.
Yeah. So we can wait just Zany Mania pay says. Zany Mania, Zany plus Zany Maniacs. How's that for a handle?
I like that. I like the Zany Mania.
Yeah, Zany Maniac.
Zany Maniac would be really good.
That'd be fun. So maybe we'll test out to see, because I have a capture card, but we bought it specifically for the Switch, and we don't know if it's made just for the Switch, so we can try it with the. Oh no, it would just be a computer, right?
Yes, since I think I have the whole hookup, and I'm able to do everything on my computer. But I'm not sure. I kind of did it once. I was like, oh, okay, this kind of works, but I wasn't able. I was like, wait, how do I get back to the settings? Okay, well, I'm already streaming, so I can't do that. So I have to find a way to be able to change the title, and I just have to sit down and play with it. And I don't do well with technology. I get to those points to where this should be working. As soon as I get to that point, I'm like, I quit. I'm almost like one step away from like flipping the table kind of a thing. There's nothing that gets me more angry than technology that doesn't work, or when I can't get technology to do what it's supposed to do.
Technology can be really frustrating, especially if you're trying to explore a newer platform that you hadn't really quite used before. Like with YouTube, we're pretty familiar with it. You know, with Twitch, it's a little bit newer, so sometimes it's a little bit more daunting, if you will. So, anyways, it's about 3:02, so we're gonna go ahead and 3:02 our time. So we're gonna go ahead and end the stream for today. Thank you so much for a very light, casual, fun time hanging out with all of you guys, our movie bunch. We super appreciate all of you for joining our Discord, for your super chats. Love, love, love. So we will see you guys on Saturday on Halloween for another live stream, and we will be doing more games and stuff, whether it's on Twitch or here on YouTube. You know, either or. Possibility is endless. So make sure to follow us everywhere. It's the movie couple on Instagram, the movie couple underscore on Twitter, and then our individual ones is just our names on Instagram and Twitter. So with that said, thanks so much for hanging out, and we will see you guys next time.